Hey everybody, hope you're keeping well and keeping safe and watching some good movies in the process. Big thank you to Eric for joining us last week talking movies. It was a fantastic discussion about 1970s cinema and so much happened in 5 hours. Please feel free to watch it if you want. It is a good time waster. And this week we are going to be joined by Eric from nazarinprod, who is going to talk about 1980s cinema with us. So join me, Huss and Peter, and I'm sure you'll have a good time. 8 PM GMT this Friday, everything is below. Now let's get to the video.
thatmovieguyUK.
So, May of 2020, it's not exactly been the most refreshing month of new content cinema. And that's fine, I can accept that. We're going through a very rough patch and June is going to be better. I look forward to reviewing new movies in June, but I thought to myself, I will just show you my latest Blu-ray pickups, and some of them I've been meaning to buy for a while, some of them are brand new pickups, and it's all good. So let's get into it. My first pickup is Toshio Masamuto's Funeral Parado Roses. This is the 3000 limited edition print and the UK premiere for this film. I generally do think Funeral Parado Roses is one of the most forward-thinking LGBT films out there. It's a film that I discuss heavily in when I teach or when I discuss film in general, because it's a film that really was ahead of its time, discussing trans rights and just existence in general of how they live day to day. And I think it's fascinating to look at it from a Japanese perspective, because during this new wave, these directors were really pushing boundaries, and I do feel like Funeral Parado Roses was really ahead of its time. And a massive connection with Clockwork Orange, but you can figure that out yourself. With the Criterion collection, I recently did get the Grand Budapest Hotel set, and I thought to myself, oh, I've only got 2 more Wes Anderson Criterions that I don't own, and that is Fantastic Mr. Fox and Darjeeling Limited. So I decided I'd go out and get Fantastic Mr. Fox. So I picked it up, even though I do have a steelbook of it, which is quite nice. But I must say Fantastic Mr. Fox is the one that I do go back to quite a bit. I really enjoy revisiting it. It's a good comfort film. It's one of my favourite Roald Dahl adaptations. And there's just this connection I have with Roald Dahl in general, but I think my love for Wes Anderson and Roald Dahl together just increases it. So probably I'll be picking up Darjeeling just to finish the set probably next month. Maybe, we'll see. We'll see. My next pickup is a film that I generally have avoided for many, many years, and that is Richard Kelly's Southland Tales. Southland Tales is one of these films that really shouldn't work, but the more I think about it, the more I enjoy it. And what I find so interesting about this film is just how he uses actors that don't really have the acting chops of your Meryl Streeps, your Daniel Day-Lewis's, but he gets the best out of them. And Southland Tales is messy, don't get me wrong, but me and Dimitri are currently discussing a video idea for Southland Tales, so stay tuned on that. But I've rewatched Southland Tales twice since I watched it for the first time. I'm kind of enamored by it, and generally the more I watch it, the more I enjoy it. So we'll leave it at that for now, but stay tuned for some Cellphone Tales content on YouTube. Next up, one of my favourite films of 2019, and that was Greta Gerwig's Little Women. I got this imported from Murica. I baffled on about Little Women so much. Honestly, I have a hell of a soft spot for this film. One of my favourite Saoirse Ronan performances, and, well, this film made my top 20 list of the decade also, so that tells you enough. So go back that way and check it out. As some of you may have checked out recently also, I have started digging into chansono movies, and I'd actually put a review up for this film, and that is Love Exposure. I changed the case to red because I thought, why not? Red is a nice cover to go with this, but it's an absolute masterpiece. Fascinating movie to go back to and rewatch anytime. Very rewatchable for a 4-hour slog. Love it. Absolutely love it. The review is below, so please feel free to go and check that out or explore the rest of the channel. Go for it. I'm going to put this into context before I show you it. In the 1990s, I was a massive fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and most of Sarah Michelle Gellar's movies, I used to rent them on like video straight away and watch them over and over and over again. And the one film that I found myself rewatching quite a bit was Cruel Intentions. This is one of my favourite movies of the 1990s, and it just always takes me back to this like time when I was, on the peak of being a teenager. And do you know what? I generally think it's a very good adaptation of Dangerous Liaisons. I don't understand why people think it's so bad, but I think the way it sets itself out and the time it came out, it's perfect. The music is fantastic. I really enjoy the performances in this film, and it's one of those like bad movies that people either bash or love. But personally, I could rewatch Cruel Intentions until the cows come home. So I got it for £1 also, and you rarely find it on streaming sites anymore, like on Netflix or Sky or whatever. So I thought, do you know what? I need to own this and accept my fate as a Cruel Intentions advocate. So that's why it's there. 2 Sarah Michelle Gellar movies in one Blu-ray haul. You know, you're lucky people. Very, very lucky people. Next up, another film that I didn't shut up about in 2018, 2019 is Began's Long Day's Journey into Night. I need a 3D Blu-ray player desperately for this film, but if you've been on this channel, you know exactly how I feel about this. This is one of the best pieces of 21st century cinema there is to exist. It is a film that I would highly implore anybody to visit. I would implore you to go and watch Kylie Blues, which is his other film. One of the best modern directors, and he's, I think, only 30 or not even 30 years old yet. That says enough. He's an absolute master in the making. So Long Day's Journey into Night is available on UK Blu-ray right now, and you can get the Kino Lorber from the States. Watch it. It's on so many streaming sites. Like, go on Criterion Channels on Criterion Channel. Watch it. Last up on my set is Summer of Sam by Spike Lee. This is one of those serial killer films that I really love. It's not perfect. It's not masterful cinema like Zodiac, but what I enjoy about it is how Spike Lee sets a tone for this period of time in Brooklyn, and how different people were kind of integrating. You had the Italian Americans, you had the African Americans, how everybody was just suspicious of who this killer was. And you see the death of disco, the rise of grunge. It's just one of these films I love going back and rewatch. It's such a good film. I understand why some people don't like it, but in general, I really don't understand how people don't really enjoy Spike Lee films. This is one of his best like character films, in my opinion, and Summer of Sam is really cool. That's Region A, unfortunately, if you don't have a Region 3 player, but I had to pick it up. Right, so those are all my pickups. Please let me know what you think of what I picked up. I'm always intrigued to know what you actually think of the films I get, and share the love. Hello new subscribers, hello old subscribers. Please let me know what you're up to, what you're watching, anything you are interested in watching, anything you're interested in me reviewing. Next up, I'm actually going to have a review for David Cronenberg's Crash. There is a new German 4K coming out, and I am ready to talk about my favourite Cronenberg, or joint favourite Cronenberg, along with Dead Ringers. So keep an eye out for that next week. I look forward to seeing you guys at Talking Movies this very Friday, 1980s. It's going to be lit, as the kids say these days. And obviously, I hope you're taking care of yourselves. I hope your family is well, and many blessings to you. And as we normally say on this channel, Diolch danke, obrigado, merci beaucoup, arigato, dankeschön, bitteschön, all the shins. And obviously, never change. See you Friday. Bye.